Cabinet Secretary for his reply. Assuming, just for
Ustream
the purposes
/ Noyzup,
that policies such as reducing corporation tax would grow the economy in independent Scotland, growth would not happen overnight. So how would the Cabinet Secretary propose that this gap is met in the short term? By increased taxation, by increased borrowing, or by reduced public spending?
Cabinet Secretary.
I think the refreshing part, well, there are two refreshing parts about Dr. Murray's question. The first is that she's now engaging in the discussion about the possibilities that arise once we have the powers of independence in this
Careful what you say.
I very much welcome her to that side of the argument, and there'll be a warm welcome for her in relation to that argument. And the second point is that Dr. Murray is actually now considering, and it's not a surprise to me that she's considering it because of the position that she adopts on many of these issues, the arguments around the possibilities of delivering economic growth, and has moved away from the sterile argument, which I think predominates from the coalition in the UK, and which has also been replicated by her own leadership in this Parliament, that the only opportunity to strengthen the public finances is either to increase taxation or to reduce public expenditure. There is the opportunity to deliver economic growth. That is what this government believes in, and that's why we think the purpose of independence will enable Scotland to grow the economy and to repair the public finances that have been left in such a weakened position by failures of or to reduce public expenditure. There is the opportunity to deliver economic growth. That is what this government believes in, and that's why we think the purpose of
I just searched for Ustream / Noyzup.
The Scottish Government is taking forward and to repair the public finances that have been
Feedback. There we go.
published locally in the white paper. And what they established is that the platform for the establishment of an independent Scotland puts Scotland into a stronger financial position, and then, of course, the opportunities are up to members of the Scottish Parliament, the Scottish Government, and the whole of the community of Scotland to create the strongest economic opportunities we can as a consequence of the decisions we take as a full economic leaders of independence.
Can I ask the Cabinet Secretary how Scotland will be placed relative to other countries in terms of its wealth after independence, and how will this compare to the rest?
Can you put the volume down on that? Stop feedback.
If we take the analysis, which would be driven by analysis of wealth per capita, Scotland would be ranked the 8th richest nation in the OECD grouping, which I think indicates some of the financial and economic strength of an independent Scotland, and it's on those foundations that an independent Scotland would be able to take its own decisions about the way in which we strengthen economic performance and create a country of greater economic opportunities than the rest of the United States.
Ian Gray, finally.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer. With regard to the Cabinet Secretary's first answer to Elaine Murray, the 1.9% figure in her question refers to the IFS's most optimistic scenario, which actually assumes 2.2% productivity growth, 3 times the expected net migration.
Sorry, the page you referred to cannot be found.
Swinney's own best case oil revenue predictions. Yet they still find that we would face a choice between tax rises or cuts in public expenditure. So which would it be?
Back to that.
Cabinet Secretary.
In a sense, I rest my case based on my answer to Dr. Murray that the Labour front bench seems to be obsessed by the choices between increasing taxation or reducing public expenditure. What this government wants to do is to use the economic levers of independence to strengthen the foundations of our country and to ensure we create the opportunities that people in Scotland have a right to expect. And I would have thought that was the type.
When's Swinney going to start emphasising to a greater degree
economic agenda, that dynamic economic agenda that might have appealed to people of Mr. Gray's political outlook, but it seems that the coalition that he's now established with his Liberal Party and the Conservative Party in the Better Together campaign is now influencing all Labour thinking that all they can think about is tax rises or cuts in public expense. It's time for Mr Gray to look more broadly at this debate and have some imagination about what's possible in this country.
Many thanks. Question 3, Claudia
Channel,
Beamish.
is it? All right. That's how you find it.
To ask the Scottish Government what account the Cabinet Secretary for Finance, Employment and Sustainable Growth takes of sustainable development in his policy framework for sustainable growth.
And Secretary John Swinney.
So sustainability is a central feature of our framework for economic growth and has been since the government came to power in 2007. As the government economic strategy sets out, sustainable economic growth centres on building a dynamic and growing economy that will provide prosperity and opportunities for all, while ensuring that future generations can enjoy a better quality of life too. This drives policy priorities, including our annual budget process, with progress monitored through Scotland Performs and our National Performance Framework.
Claudia Beamish.
Can the Cabinet Secretary please answer, and referring to the...
Yeah, if I've restarted it, it'll
Performs the National
send a
Performance
Twitter
Framework,
message.
But in view of the aims of that framework,
To my
for
regular
prosperous Scotland
Twitter
for all,
followers, I think.
Can the Cabinet Secretary explain why he prefers the use
I'm going to
of Scottish
stop it and
Government
restart
finance
it now that
policy
it's kind of all lined up and working, all right?